Well, uh, there is perhaps no place or region in the world that is as important to the future of our common planet and world as Africa in the coming century. Not only because of its youthful population, by mid-century, a quarter of all working age people in the world is going to be an African. The mineral resources to power both new technologies and old technologies that we need, the electricity we need, all of which requires metals, which Africa has in great abundance. And of course, the fact that 54 countries are a large bloc in world. So it's a very important for the geopolitics, the economics, and the shared prosperity we hope for in the future for our world. So Africa has a great, but Africa needs to be strategic. It's got these strengths, but unfortunately, because of various it also has some structural weaknesses and legacy issues that have to be dealt with, insecurity, lack of development, insufficient investment. All these have to be also dealt with, and I think we look for common solutions. And Morocco has history and geography and its vocation given it, been a bridge between the Arab, Middle Eastern world, the African world, Europe, and in recent centuries, the Americas, in this common Atlantic space. So Morocco is a wonderful bridge, as it has been throughout history, for this conversation that we need to have as a world. Certainly, the Morocco, for example, one of the things that His Majesty the King in recent years has proposed is the royal initiative for the Atlantic to give landlocked states that do not border upon the Atlantic access to the markets, the technology, the investments that are possible. Countries that are landlocked, and many of which in the Sahel region are also subject to insecurity, poverty, and other challenges. And so it's a great, again, serving that role of a bridge to a wider community in the Atlantic space. I think this resolution is the latest step in a long process that many have worked on for many years to recognize the reality that many of us have known for a long time and people like me have written and spoken about, which is the only realistic and just solution is under the Moroccan plan of autonomy. It's been on the table. It's now time to use that as the basis for resolving once and for all and giving people a future. And it's the only way to do it. So I think it's a recognition of reality. Many of us have known that for a long time, but it's good to have that recognition also with the legitimacy of the Security Council of the United Nations, also establishing that this is the realistic basis for ending a conflict which has gone on, been artificially prolonged for so many years. And again, the Royal Initiative for the Atlantic also plugs into this because this is a space through which access can be had to the interior of the continent.